Hey guys, my name's Brian Schrift. I live in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I submitted my application to be on the pro staff for Bow Hunt or Die, and doing the video today with my daughter, my 12-year-old. She is behind the camera. She is my hunting partner, along with my 23-year-old daughter. We live on approximately 12 acres in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We lease out about 4 of those acres to soybean, corn, and alfalfa. Our property, and I did a walkthrough of the property just prior to shooting this video. We walked through it. The wood line is like a horseshoe. Our house sits in the back of that horseshoe, and then behind the back tree line is our field, our soybean and corn field. And within that cornfield and soybean field, the land pitches down into almost like a bowl, and then it goes into a creek bottom. So there's a funnel, is what I call that, and it goes into a small creek bottom, and then there's a creek that runs perpendicular out our property, and then there's a creek that runs perpendicular to that on the front of our property. So we have 2 water sources, got lots of food, got plenty of CRP, thick goldenrod, and bedding area. We hunted a monster last year. We've only been on the property for about a year and a half, and this was our first full hunting season. This past fall and winter was our first real hunting season, and we had a deer we call Big Surprise, and I think Justin actually named one of his deer a few years back Big Surprise, and it was a big surprise to us because it was the first of 192 pictures off of our trail camera last year, and it was a huge surprise because in velvet he was a beast. He's probably a 4.5, 5-year-old deer, a straight 8, and he's got a couple small kickers off. We got him on trail camera. My oldest daughter and I think we saw him 3 mornings in a row. This past year it was him or somebody just like him that was probably about 50, 60 yards away through a clearing, and but we had some encounters with him, and you have to excuse the flag behind me. I am a huge Patriot. Not a Patriots fan, a Patriot. So all you New Englanders, not a Patriots fan. So nonetheless, also on top of the 12 acres, we lived on a 110-acre farmhouse about 15 miles north of here for about 10 years. My youngest daughter Riley and I just had the opening day of turkey season there last Saturday. We still hunt that land regularly as well. So we have the 110 acres, but we also have this 12 acres. Also, we are always looking for new properties to hunt on. One of my friends, actually my mechanic, has another 300 acres local to that 110 acres that I'm going to be hunting with him this coming fall as well. My life story in a nutshell, quickly. Started hunting literally when I was 6 years old. I got 2 older brothers. My dad would take my 2 older brothers and I to the eastern shore of Maryland. I grew up in the Annapolis, Maryland area, in the suburbs, in the country part of Annapolis, and we would go on the eastern shore of Maryland. I officially got my hunting license when I was 12, but I started hunting when I was 6. So with my 2 older brothers and my father, loved it, loved every bit of it, hunting, fishing, outdoors period, camping. And when I was 18, 19, when I went into college, I guess I forgot what hunting was for quite some time. I got out of it, and life took its course. I moved to Seattle, Washington, came back here. And in the course of that, living on this 110 acres, about 15 miles north of here, really started drawing me back into my innate desire to hunt, to kill, to harvest. I think that is how we are designed, and it really drew me back. So probably about 6 years ago, I was out with my brother, my middle brother. I had to borrow one of his friend's shotguns. Got out into the woods about a half hour later, shot a deer, and it was on like Donkey Kong, as they say from that point on. Went out, bought every weapon known to mankind. Bows, crossbows, shotguns, 50 calibers, 30-30s, pistols, you name it, I got it. The bow hunting has really taken its course, and just in a natural progression. Both my brothers shoot Matthews, and they said, you shoot once and you'll probably never take a gun into the woods again. I don't know that to be that true. However, I love to bow hunt. Our property We have some great property here that really, even though it's 12 acres, has all the elements that needed: the food, the water, the bedding. And if you do an aerial shot of our property, we really have the biggest bedding area because it's all ag fields around us across the creek and that. So we have really the biggest shelter, if you will, the biggest place a deer could call home. So love to bow hunt and love to share that with my kids. Again, I have a 23-year-old daughter still living at home and a 12-year-old daughter. Both of them are just getting ready to jump to the next age here. I'm going to have another teenager in the house in August. So by next season, you may see her on some of the hunts as well as my oldest daughter. And again, we'll be hunting this property and exclusively the 110 acres that we spent about 10 years on and still have rights to hunt that. So in short, I think I'd be a great addition. I know you guys don't have a PA team. I got to speak with Justin and Richie Music and the makeup artist Tommy Alford at the PA Sportsman Show. Todd, I did not get to see you, but you and I swapped emails a couple different times. My business, what I do for a living, I'm an executive level recruiter for the insurance world. Insurance companies need executives. I go out, I find them, they pay me. Which in turn leaves me to have a very flexible schedule. I can come in and out really when I want. People actually joke with me at work, say I'm part-timer. I have actually negotiated a contract from my tree stand. That is a true story. So thank God for technology. Nonetheless, I think we could add a lot of value. You guys have taught us a lot as far as food plots, as far as tuning your bow, as far as wind direction, all the different things that are important to harvest animals ethically and to do it well. I want to do that. I desire to do things well and to teach my children the same things because we're losing so many hunters every year. Even though Pennsylvania, I believe, has the greatest number of licensed hunters in the continental U.S., we have a lot to offer our kids, and if we don't, we'll lose that generation. So nonetheless, I respect you guys. Feel like I know you. Again, after talking to Richie and Justin and Tommy at the PA Sportsman Show this past winter, you guys had a liking to us. And Richie, thank you so much for all the goodies. Riley's smiling. Yes, Todd, he was very kind to us when he gave us this. I think I bought this one, but there are a couple other goodies that Richie was able to be kind enough to give to us, so you take that out of his paycheck. You guys say, bow hunt or die. I love the opportunity. I guess that's the best word. The opportunity to do things well, to do them well by you, to do them well by my family, but also to take advantage of what God's given us. We have an awesome Creator and an awesome creation. And he has given us the opportunity to harvest these animals, and I want to take advantage of that opportunity. I want to do it right. So God bless you all, and I hope to see you this coming season.